which will be in the film clip, so I won't say too much, but it was a very successful project. It's good to show this film clip because a lot of these film clips don't get used, and it just goes to show some of the projects that we're involved with out here. And a big shout out to Soars for Life. We worked with their staff and they were absolutely fantastic. So this is, are we good to go, John? John's just loading up. We've got a 4-minute film clip.
With the knowledge that we've got through the peer-to-peer learning, just gives you a better understanding of what you're dealing with. It gives me confidence that I know that we can improve the productivity of this land.
This project we're working with today is a Soils and Landscape project funded through Future Drought Fund, and we're partnered with Soils for Life, local land services, and we've also had some involvement from Australian National University. The project's sort of focused around 15 what we're calling landscape champions, and they're spread from sort of Hay, Booligal, up to Gundagai, Tumut, Tumbarumba sort of region. And we're using those landscape champions as focal point for local farmers in the regions to have a look at what they're doing on farm in terms of drought preparedness and putting a number of projects on farm. So we're talking about shelter belts, confinement feeding or stock management areas, farm dam restoration, and also landscape rehydration projects, and demonstrating the benefits of stacking different management actions together to prepare for drought and manage those times. As part of this project, there's 3 key components. One is the online virtual learning with the landscape champions, and then the field day component where we visit a number of those landscape champions and hold local field days. There's also some demonstration site setups as well.
Being involved in a group does make a difference to learning, partly because you see what other people are doing, and so you learn from their experience, and it's interesting talking to people or seeing people in similar but different settings and locations.
You're not in it on your own. I think that's probably the best benefit of doing it in a group. It's just hearing everybody's experiences and anything they can bring to the table as well as yourself.
Today we're at Coolac with Anthony Nichols. The thing about these field days is we're utilising the landscape champions as a farmer-to-farmer education process. So we encourage people from the local region to come in here and see what Anthony's put on the ground, why and how he's done it, and we see what they've built on the ground, and then we just talk about all the benefits around soil health, grazing management, managing drought, and recovery from dry periods or even other natural disasters that might occur.
After going through a couple of major droughts, I was keen to come and have a look at the confinement feeding and what Anthony's done here. We're in the process of doing something similar to what he's got here. Anything we can take on board's well worth it.
I've got my neighbours here that I hardly ever see because we do live in our own little bubbles, so it's good to meet other farmers.
The benefit for other landholders is really they're not just hearing it from us or other technical people, they're actually hearing from the farmer, and it's well documented that farmer-to-farmer education process is key to getting adoption of new programs.
Having more information, you feel like you're making the right decisions, not just going on a whim and hoping for the best, I guess. We've got the science and people to help us make the right choices on how to set it up.
I really enjoyed listening to people talk about their stock management areas. And how they're actually setting them up and what they're actually using, because we're going through those decision points at the moment. We've got a way that we want to do it, and actually hearing people talk about stuff and issues that they've had has been really useful. So,
and probably changed how we'll do.
Yeah, no, definitely. We've definitely changed how we're just going to set it up.
As part of the project, it's collaborative between ourselves and Soils for Life and ANU, and I think we all bring something to the table, some technical expertise, and it's really important in these types of projects to have that collaborative approach and play to each other's strengths. I think we just get the best outcome when we go down that line.
We're finding our relationships with various networks has had an incredible synergistic effect in that we're helping them, but they're helping us as well. And I feel like we've come so far along that journey. In the early days, we did feel alone, and now I feel that we have a community.
So the reason for showing that little film clip is because that's one of the projects that we completed last year, and it just goes to show some of the work that we undertake. I forgot to mention Craig and Dia down the back. They were featured on that film, as is Bert, and also the Hanna family that live out at One Tree. So it was a really good project and a very interesting project. And so that's the film clip from that.